I'm offering my very rare, one-of-a-kind collection of 234 Fillmore and Avalon posters given to me by Bill Graham in 1968, and I've kept them ever since. I was born and brought up in San Francisco and became the most well-known artist in the city through my various art projects and art exhibitions. And the one that kicked off my art career, if you will, was changing this stop sign at the top of a very steep hill in San Francisco, which everybody hated. And it made the front page of the Chronicle newspaper, which was the paper at the time. And at the time, San Francisco was a city, but it was also a small town. Everyone knew everyone else, and everyone knew what was going on in the town. It had that wonderful feel. It had all the advantages of having a city at your doorstep, but also all the advantages of being a small town. It was really a fabulous place, and obviously a very beautiful place to grow up in. As a result of my street art events, which included forming the Psychedelic Raiders with San Francisco's famous madam, Margot St. James, where we went out in the dead of night and painted fire hydrants bright, beautiful colors, which the city then tried to find and would paint out white again, much to the annoyance of the local people who really loved their fire hydrants. And as a result of my general notoriety, I ran into two guys who wanted to start a poster company, but they knew nothing about posters. But I liked them and they liked me, and I grew up in printing and I knew all there was to know about producing posters. So the three of us formed Funky Features, which became San Francisco's most famous and most successful poster company. And we started out with my Light My Fire poster, which was my interpretation of the Doors' Light My Fire. And for the Light My Fire poster, I used Funky Sam, one of my partners, the other one being Funky Jack, and I was, guess what? Funky Paul. And that's a name that has stuck with me even till today. So this is Sam and his wife Jan at the time embracing, and I took a Polaroid of them and then drew the poster from that. And that kicked Funky Features off. I mean, Light My Fire was a very popular song, and the poster was hugely popular and was ripped off all over the world and put us on the map. And I followed that up with A Day in the Life, which was also hugely popular. So in the course of proceedings, I met Bill Graham, who put on all the concerts, the rock concerts at the Fillmore Auditorium, and produced his posters for each concert so that if you bought a ticket to the concert, you also got a free poster. And in 1968, I was talking to Bill, and he agreed to give me his collection of Fillmore posters right from the beginning up to that date, and also his collection of Avalon posters, which was right from the beginning up to that date, to swap for several editions of our poster line. And I've kept my posters and displayed them in my various homes since then. And in fact, this Victor Moscoso poster has a few Southern Comfort drops stains on it from Janis Joplin, who used to stop by my house after a gig to cool down. And she was up in my studio, and I had that poster up on the wall in my studio, and she had her almost finished bottle of Southern Comfort and was absolutely legless and was talking about the gig and doing this with a bottle, and some of the drops went out of the bottle and onto the poster. So there's a little bit of provenance there. In a sense, this might be the most valuable poster in my collection. Now this is one of my favorite posters in my collection because this photo of this woman was taken in late 1880 or very early 1881 in Tombstone, Arizona, just before the gunfight at the OK Corral in Tombstone. And this is Josephine Sarah Marcus Earp. That's right, Wyatt's wife, but before he met her. So I love it. And I've given a few posters away over the years. Two of the cream posters I gave to Ginger Baker a long time ago because he didn't have any. And now I wish I hadn't, but that's a done deal. But I still have 234. And if you'll go to my website, olsonart.com, and hit the enter button and then scroll down to the 60s poster collection, you'll see all the posters and you can click on each one and there's a story about each one. which will really give you an idea of the history of the poster and who did it and all the rest of it. But the collection is only for sale as a whole, as a collection. The individual posters aren't for sale. So it's really a collection for an institution, a museum, or a university possibly. In 2002, the curator of the print department of the Whitney Museum in New York and the curator of the Experience Music Project in Seattle both concurred that the value of my collection was about $500,000. And with inflation from 2002 to 2016, that has gone up to $650,000, not taking into account rising value as history moves on, if you will. So I'm putting my collection up for $650,000, and there will be a nice finder's fee for anyone who can arrange the sale. If you know someone who knows someone who knows someone, please pass the word along, and there'll be a nice little commission in the sale for you. Okay. Thank you very much, and please go to the website if you're interested in these posters and just have a look. There's some real history there. Bye-bye.